ES Audio.
Hello, I'm John Weeks, and this is the Evening Standards Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, can you smile your way to happiness? But first, we're kicking off with a quick science lesson about how solar systems are formed.
When a cloud of dust and gas collapses under its own gravity, and then it starts to spin into a disc-like shape from which the young star forms in the centre. And then we now know it's very common for planets to form around the star from this disc material.
That's Professor Sarah Russell, planetary scientist at the Natural History Museum. But why is she telling us this? Well, she and the team at the museum are very excited about a particular meteorite sample they've got, which could originate from the very beginning of our solar system.
The meteorites that we have in our collections, they're very often basically just samples of this dusty disk. So that's why they can give us a chance to tell us about what our solar system was like when it was at this stage of its life.
Sarah told us new data shows their CI meteorite sample is made up of the same stuff as that from a super rare asteroid called the Ryugu. Samples from that asteroid were recently collected and brought back to Earth as part of a Japanese space mission. Sarah told us it means their CI meteorite is possibly a lot more significant than they first thought.
In some ways, Ryugu and the CI meteorites are even more special because they're very, very enriched in volatile elements, things like sodium, mercury, that are easily lost if something's heated up. So that suggests that these samples have been basically in a deep freeze since the beginning of the solar system.
Now, Instagram has launched some new safety features in response to racist abuse aimed at high-profile figures, including Brentford footballer Ivan Toney. Insta's parent company Meta said it reached out to Ivan to offer support and arrange a briefing on their safety features after someone sent him racist abuse on the platform. The changes include the ability to block multiple accounts owned by the same person, a notification nudging people to be respectful before commenting on a post, and an expansion of the hidden words tool for users with creator accounts. The tool, which automatically filters harmful content, comments, and messages, came to the app last year and will now be turned on automatically for creator accounts. It looks like Taylor Swift's new album might have crashed Spotify as it was released this morning. Spotify users reported a big spike in outages just as the album Midnight was launched on the app. According to Down Detector, the 5 a.m. release coincided with a fairly significant jump in issues on the streaming service. But it's thought other new albums from the likes of Carly Rae Jepsen and Arctic Monkeys could also have contributed to the problems. Amazon could face a lawsuit worth £900 million, which claims that the company favours its own products in the buy box feature on its website. Consumer rights advocate Julie Hunters is bringing the case, and her lawyers said it centres on a secretive and self-favouring algorithm used by the tech giant to promote its own products through the buy box feature. The lawsuit said items selected for Amazon's buy box are more visible to shoppers and therefore have a head start in achieving sales. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson said that this claim is without merit and said the company always works to feature offers that provide customers with low prices and fast delivery. The lawsuit is expected to be filed at London's Competition Appeal Tribunal by the end of the month. 10 years since the last Silent Hill game was released, maker Konami has announced 3 more titles are in the works. The original Silent Hill, released in 1999, was an instant creepy classic, followed up by the sequel in 2001, which is routinely listed as one of the most frightening games ever made. And Konami's announced a remake of Silent Hill 2 is being developed for PC and PS5. That'll then be followed by 2 new titles, Silent Hill Townfall and Silent Hill F, which will be set in an abandoned Japanese town sometime in the 1960s. A study suggests a massive marine conservation area off the coast of Hawaii has led to the recovery of tuna and fish species around its borders. Within the area, which is the largest fully protected conservation area in the US, fishing is banned. But scientists have found that a spillover effect has boosted tuna stocks in nearby waters. An economist at the University of Wisconsin has called it a win-win for fish and fishermen. Coming up, can forcing a smile actually make you happier? Plus, the meteor shower due to light up the night sky tonight. Why not hit follow and give us a rating during the break? Welcome back. A new study suggests it's actually possible to smile your way to happiness. An international team of researchers have found strong evidence that posed smiles can in fact make us happier. The Many Smiles collaboration collected data from more than 3,800 participants from 19 countries, and researchers say they found a noticeable increase in happiness from people mimicking smiling photographs or pulling their mouth towards their ears. It's led psychologists to suggest that the bodily sensations associated with things like smiling or frowning have an impact on our conscious experience of emotions. Valve says it's going to update its regional prices suggestions on Steam more consistently because of the risk of another world recession. The company said developers on Steam have control over their own prices in every currency, but based on the price in US dollars, it offers a recommendation for all other currencies. Valve said it's committed to refreshing these price suggestions on a much more regular basis so that it's keeping pace with economic changes over time. And finally, people in the UK will be treated to a celestial firework display this Friday night as the Orionid meteor shower is expected to light up the night sky. We told you about it earlier this month, but on this night it's expected to produce up to 25 meteors every hour, staying visible until the early hours of Saturday. It's caused by the Earth passing through debris left by Halley's Comet. Meteoroids from the comet strike the Earth's atmosphere at around 148,000 miles per hour, burning up in streaking flashes of light. You're up to date. Come back at 4 o'clock for the Leader podcast for the latest news and analysis from the Evening Standard. We will be back on Monday afternoon at 1. Catch you then.